not allowed in there, buddy. Sorry. Come on.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, I talk a lot about design, coffee, and travel. Hops on a little bit of a walk. It seems to be cooling off a little bit here in Phoenix. Thank God. Kind of really tired of 100-degree weather. So I've been a graphic designer for about 7.5 years now, and 5.5 years of those have been from home, which has been nice. But it got me thinking that a lot of the stuff that I was told in college did not translate into having a full-time job. There are 3 things specifically I wish someone would have told me before I graduated with my graphic design degree. For one, there's a good chance that unless you work for a startup or a creative agency or working with a brand that is not already very well established, that you will be working from brand guidelines. In my graphic design classes, now keep in mind, I graduated in 2017. So some of this may have changed, but we designed a lot of stuff from scratch. Working from a brand guideline is way different than creating things from scratch, which is a lot of the things that we were doing in our graphic design course, but we were never taught how to work from a brand guideline.
We're back from our walk.
Number 2, have a creative outlet outside of work. While I was in school, taking classes was honestly my creative outlet. 24/7, I was doing something that had to do with art or my graphic design classes. It was very rare that I was working on something for courses that didn't have to do with art history or graphic design or anything. So my creative outlet was built into my coursework. When I got into a full-time position though, I noticed I was doing a lot less designing and a lot more production work, getting things ready for print, double checking spelling and making sure things are in the right location, and a lot of working from a brand guideline, like I've already mentioned. You are pretty much building something that someone else has already made a design for. When I first started, I didn't have a creative outlet already built into my habits that could easily feed my creativity, which brings me into number 3. You are not creative. You're not just born with it. It is not something you just are. Yes, you were told all your life that you are creative. That's why you went and got a graphic design degree or decided to go into an art program. However, creativity is a habit. It is a skill set. It is something that you just happen to always practice, even though everyone kept telling you you're creative. If you don't use your creative muscles, you're going to lose it. And that's how I felt the first 2 to 3 years of my career. You need to be practicing and having a creative outlet, number 2, so that you don't lose it when you do have the opportunity to design something yourself. There will be a time where you get to break from the guidelines or you get to construct something from scratch from the guidelines. For me, that is, since I work with brands that are already established, more on the rare side, but since I have other creative outlets and other creative habits, it's easier and way faster when I do get those opportunities. All of this is really to say, don't expect what you're doing in college to look exactly the same when you get to your full-time job. I learned a lot in the first 2 years of working with the company I work with. A lot of the stuff I did not learn in college. Web design, like how to code, did not learn that in college. I took 1 web design class and it was very basic. I also work a lot with multiple people on a team, so every project has had multiple people touch it, which means it could look a lot different by the end of it, especially when you're not the one with 100% control. If you're getting your graphic design degree, let me know in the comments. Tell me what aspect of graphic design you really want to go into, logo design, packaging. There's so many different things that you could end up doing that you're not currently doing right now. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please leave a like. If you didn't like it, go ahead and dislike it. I don't care. And if you want to see more design, coffee, or travel videos, hit the subscribe button. Until next time, bye.